a vintage display here by Wrexham, which promises so much, absorbing the pressure so well, looking so dangerous when we come forwards. And the Wrexham fans, it's been non-stop for about the last 25 minutes, haven't they? Absolutely superb.
Well, has Conquo made a save?
Not a difficult one, I recall.
Con Clark with the curler that went just the wrong side. But I wouldn't say that's a...
No, he's missed the target, even if it's a good effort.
Yeah.
As Okonkwo gets to boot it clear. And that is the final whistle on an outstanding Wrexham performance. Peterborough is strong. I said pre-match that we had a very tough run of fixtures to start the season. Well, we've only dropped 2 points out of them so far. That's outstanding. The 2 goals coming in the first half. The first one, Marriott driving it across the keeper after a lovely touch by Dobson. And then the second goal, a close range header by Max Cleworth from a corner by O'Connor. Soon afterwards, O'Connor hit the bar from a free kick. And in the second half, Wrexham breaking caused issues. Mullin had a couple of good chances, didn't put them away. But wow, I just said this is like laying down a marker to the rest of the division. That was tasty.
Yeah, it's a massive, momentum boost again. It's like every week we seem to be getting even better. Just again today, I thought performance all over the pitch. Every single player was top again. Especially defensively at times, Peterborough looked like they could cause us a few problems going forward. Again, another team with top quality, but again we just match them and do even better. We were clinical going forward. I thought maybe could have got a few more today, but no, it's massive. And I think you look at the next 2 games in the league. Shrewsbury at home, Birmingham away, I think it is, and it doesn't get much bigger than that, I don't think. And obviously you've got that Salford game in between them two. I imagine that'll be a totally different 11. But again, another massive 3 points today, and again we're moving up in that league, and it's super exciting. And yeah, long may it continue.
Yeah, I think we know how good Wrexham can be at home. I think the 2 performances against playoff candidates last season, they've just been outstanding, and they look so organised. It's definitely something that Parky's worked on in the off-season, in that mid-block where they just work so hard for each other. They all know that when the ball's in a certain position, they can go out and they double up at one position, and then if the ball goes back, who comes out next and who comes out next. So they're all singing off the same hymn sheet, if you like, defensively. And then with the players that they have that creativity, and going forward, the relationships that they've had, they're starting to score goals. It's really good to see, and those performances in the first 4 games, I think it's really set a marker down for where they could go this season.
And the attacking press as well. Peterborough want to play out from the back. Our game plan was set off beautifully. Like you said, Andy, the sprinters on the edge of the box for the short goal kick. But Peterborough, early in the game took a while, I thought, to get to grips to it. It was just stopping them from building in their own half, and that sort of perfect game plan. Ferguson must feel fantastic to see it being executed like that.
Yeah, and I think it's a confidence thing. These boys are coming into these games thinking, what, we're not just going to compete, we're going to beat you. I think Ollie Palmer said that last week. He wants to, go up this league. They're not here to just, sort of write the headlines each week for newspapers across the world now, as Wrexham, seem to do. But they're here to really make a mark, and they've done that so well so far.
And what's impressed me is that they're going to have times when they aren't going to have the ball and they are going to be under pressure. We're going away to these decent teams, but nothing's phased them at all. They've just been able to sit in that block, organised, and they know that they're not going to give up spaces in and around them, and they've just weathered those storms. And then even today especially, they've really made sure that when they got an opportunity, they took it and they get ahead in the game. So really impressive start, and long may it continue.
Absolutely. So many good performances out there, but can I just say, Ryan Barnett, wow, he was something, wasn't he?
Well, we talk about making the step up and can you go to that next level. Well, he's done it in spades both times. National League player, didn't really work out for him at Shrewsbury. We took him. I knew he was a good player because the people at Solihull were saying he was by far their best player. But he has just kicked on and kicked on. He looks fitter, he looks faster, he looks in more control of his game. And it's just suited him down to the ground, that position for him. And he's creating opportunities one end. He's defending 1v1 really well at the other end. he's been an absolute revelation since he's come through the doors.
Yeah, I love him. I can only echo what Andy's saying as well. I think, I remember when we signed him in the National League, and you're sort of watching him thinking, oh, he's one. If we don't go up the league, someone's gonna take him instead. But fair play to him. We've obviously brought other players in. Your Luke Bolton's, now Seb Revan, and he's still got that spot, and that's full credit to him, and that's fully warranted as well.
The only dark spot being Cannon's injury. Really, it looked like he did something to his hamstring. Hopefully, and I'm being optimistic here, he just felt something, but you bring Rathbone on, and then he's exactly the same type of player and does equally well.
But this is why you need such a deep squad, and that's why they've gone and got the 7-8 players that they've done in the summer. Is if this happens, we don't want any drop in standard or formation. You're even getting better potentially of what's going into the team from where they've come from and the experiences that they've had. And so what an opportunity for Rathbone now to go and maybe a couple of games, who knows, it's 2, maybe 6 games, I don't know, but it gives him an opportunity to go in and play some games, get fit and show what he's all about now. And it's really unfortunate for Andy Cannon, because he's been really good this first 4 games, but this is football. He's going to have to come back and work and try and take the spot off of somebody else.
Yeah, not a bad day at the office all round, I think it's fair to say. We didn't get to see Mo Farl play, but we did get to see Mo Farl, and he's a big lad. He looks like a wardrobe in a shirt. He's got massive shoulders, so he might just make an impact at some point, but we don't have to rush because things look good.
Yeah, and I think just the age group that we've brought in this summer, Mia was aligning to it in pre-match talk, is that the recruitment that they've done, they've certainly gone a little bit younger to try and take them on that journey with us. They're the ones that are going to be taking over from the older boys eventually, you hope, but that is in years to come, because at the moment the team is just performing for Parky really well.
Absolutely. Well, everyone made a fuss about getting Oasis tickets today, but there's only one hot ticket in town, surely, and Wrexham proved it. Absolutely brilliant. As always, a pleasure, guys, with a final score of Peterborough United 0, Wrexham 2. We never win at Peterborough, except for your 9-minute cameo, of course.
We do now.
We do now, yeah, exactly so. We've been Mark Griffiths, Andy Morrell and Mia Roberts, and we're still Mark Griffiths, Andy Morrell and Mia Roberts. It's not, talk about it amongst yourselves.